here today to celebrate the relationship of Courtney and Thomas. And to be witnesses and supporters of the commitment and love they share with one another. You are a group of the most important people in their lives, and they brought us here to publicly recognize that you've all played some special role in the love they share today. Courtney and Thomas wanted me to thank you for being here and to recognize how important each and every one of you are to them. They would also like to recognize all those who couldn't make it, as they are certainly missed. But not forgotten on this day of celebration, especially some family members and their dog, Knox. Speaking of important people, there were none more important in influencing the lives of Courtney and Thomas than their parents. With that being said, we give this beautiful lady to be married to this man.
Her mother and I.
Let's pray real fast. Lord, we thank you for this day.
Thank you for
The sunshine. It's not the oppressively hot day. We're so thankful it's not raining, but that we are here to celebrate these two beautiful people becoming one. Let's have a great time just celebrating Thomas and Courtney today. You okay? Amen.
Thomas and Courtney.
Today is a beautiful day in your lives. It's a day that you will remember and cherish in your hearts because you are expressing one of the greatest
gifts that God has
given us,
and that is the ability to
the love.
You see, love is not a feeling word, but it's a commitment word.
The key to marriage is loving one another, not because it feels good,
because you are committed to one another. John 3:16 tells us, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life." There's a truth found in this verse that I hope all of us here today understand. And that is that real and authentic love always requires a sacrifice. It's a constant giving of yourself for the betterment of your partner. Marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging thing that you will ever do. No ceremony can create your marriage. Only you can do that through love and patience, through dedication and perseverance, through talking and listening, especially you, sir, helping and supporting and believing in each other, through tenderness and laughter, through learning to forgive, learning to appreciate your differences, and by learning to make the important things matter and to let go of the rest. What this ceremony can do is witness and affirm the choice that you make to stand together as life mates and partners. By being here today, you've decided to declare before your family and friends that a life by each other's side is far more beautiful than one where you walk apart. It's a promise to grow together, inspire one another, and to dedicate each day to find ways to spread this love and light to the world. All of us here today are grateful that God has brought you together in order to fulfill his purpose and plan for your lives. As you know, this is not the end of anything, but the beginning of something very wonderful. When two people are made one in the Lord, there's the potential fulfillment and accomplishment in life that's not true when there's no such union. So I want to remind you, Thomas, that by taking Courtney to be your wife, you are assuming the awesome responsibility of a husband. You're saying to her and to her family, as well as your own self, that you're willing to sacrifice and do whatever it takes in caring for her and helping her become the best person that she can be. And Courtney, you're to understand, as Thomas understands, that you two have been put together for a great purpose. You're to be a helpmate, a motivator, one who supports her husband. You're saying to him and to his family, as well as your own self, that you're willing to love him and support him through any obstacle. At this time, the couple have decided to have their good friend Nick share a reading.
This is From Beginning to End, by Robert Furlong. You've known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you've been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe. And all the promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all. Every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another. Acquaintances, friends, companions, lovers, dance partners, and even teachers. For you've learned so much from one another these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
Thomas and Courtney, believing that you understand the roles and responsibilities of a husband and wife, and believing that you do not take this step lightly, I will ask that you share your marital vows with each other. Thomas and Courtney have chosen to write their own vow. Start with you, Thomas.
All right. Courtney, I can't stress enough how happy I am that you have given me the privilege of spending my life with you. During the 900 years that we have been dating, you have taught me what it means to love and care for another person. You have given the very concept of love meaning and weight. My skepticism of the feeling was defeated by your compassion, worldview, and beauty. In my love for you, I have found solace, and you will never know how much that means to me. I vow to be the person you deserve by striving to be understanding when it would be easier to be neglectful. I vow to be generous when it would be easier to be selfish or aloof. This effort does not stem from an absence of love, but because I recognize that work is the foundation of a relationship, and in that labor I will never grow tired because my feelings for you will never allow it. Having you by my side has allowed me to grow into the person that I am today. You have been there to guide me through more moral conundrums than you will ever know. Without you, I wouldn't be the man who stands here today, and for that I am forever in your debt. Most of all, Courtney, I vow to give you everything that I possibly can, and stay true to a standard set by the love that you made me believe in.
McKenzie, I have known you since the 6th grade, so at this point you have been in my life for longer than you have not. I can't imagine a life without you by my side. I know this may sound cheesy and like what everyone says, but you truly are my best friend. You are the person who always has my back, the person I tell everything to, and the person I still can't stop thinking about every day. You are so smart, you are talented, and you're incredibly handsome. And you are so hilarious. Your humor is what first drew me to you. I remember talking on the phone for hours in high school, passing notes back and forth and getting in trouble by our teachers for flirting. One day I was walking through the breezeway feeling giddy about getting to see you in biology, and that's when I realized I was in love with you. It really freaked me out at the time because we were such good friends, but best friends make the best life partners. You are one of the most kind and generous people that I know. I truly believe that you helped open my heart into being an overall more accepting person. You are always thinking of other people. You bring so much light and happiness to my life, and I feel proud to show you off as my husband. I know we will have fights and disagreements, But after almost 10 years together, I know that we can get through anything. I promise to take care of you when you are sick, cheer you up when you are sad, and to never stop having fun in our relationship. One day we will be old, but I promise to see you with the same eyes and the same heart as I do in this very moment. Today I vow to honor and respect you, to dream and celebrate with you, and to love you for the rest of my life, and someday in heaven too.
Thomas, please repeat after me. I, Thomas, take you, Courtney,
I, Thomas, take you, Courtney,
to be my lawful wife,
to be my lawful wife,
to have and to hold,
from
this day forward,
for
better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and health,
in sickness and health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Courtney, please repeat after me. I, Courtney, take you, Thomas,
I, Courtney, take you, Thomas,
to be my lawful husband,
to be my lawful husband,
to have and to hold,
from
this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and health, as long as we both shall live. Can I please have a ring? Throughout time, the ring has been used to fill the most important walk in business. The ring is a beautiful symbol of your love, in that it is a never-ending circle representing the eternity and purity of your love in the marriage relationship. To Thomas, as a ceaseless reminder of this hour and the vows you've taken, take the ring you've chosen and place it upon the ring finger of Courtney's left hand, and while holding it there, repeat these vows after me. I give you this ring as a symbol
I give you this ring as a symbol
of my steadfast love and affection,
of my steadfast love and affection,
to represent our infinite future,
to represent our infinite future,
and as a sign of our boundless love.
and as a sign of our boundless love.
With this ring I pledge my life,
With this ring I pledge my life,
and all I have to you.
and all I have to you.
Now, Courtney, as a ceaseless reminder of this hour and the vows you've taken, take the ring you've chosen and place it upon the ring finger of Thomas's left hand, and repeat these vows after me. I give you this ring as a symbol
I give you this ring as a symbol
of my steadfast love and affection,
of my steadfast love and affection,
to represent our infinite future,
to represent our infinite future,
and as a sign of our boundless love.
and as a sign of our boundless love.
With this ring I pledge my life,
With this ring I pledge my life,
and all I have to you.
and all I have to you.
Thomas and Courtney, you declared your lifelong dedication to one another and have exchanged chosen rings to remind you of this sacred vow. By the power given to me by the great state of North Carolina and our God, I now pronounce you husband and wife. McKenzie, you may kiss your bride. It's my honor to present to you guys for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Pauley.
And whatnot, but it's always been constant Courtney and McKenzie. It's never one or the other. It's always Courtney and McKenzie. And the two of you, honestly, you personify what it is to bring out the best in one another, and not only one another, but in everyone that's around you and the ones that are closest to you. And I may not ever say it. Really, honestly, I don't think I ever actually have, but you two make me want to strive to be more like you every single day. McKenzie, honestly, man, you bring out the best in me, and even in all of my worst times, my best times, when I've fallen, I've done something that I shouldn't have done, and I just made myself less than what I should have been, you've never once not had my back. and I love you for it. And I know we're not blood, but honestly, today makes me more proud than I've ever been to call you my brother. And Courtney, from the first day trip we took to your parents' house to the last time we hung out, just taking Knox for a walk and just chilling at y'all's apartment, I've always had the most respect for you, because no matter what, no matter who, no matter where, you've always been the most respectful, kind, and open-hearted human being I've ever met. And just like McKenzie, you've always been there for me. And honestly, I wouldn't be half the man I am today if it wasn't for your unconditional and a lot of times tough love. I'd like to say a few things about the parents. I know, I guess your dad had to leave or whatever, but Jeff and Leanne and Dan and Melissa, you guys have always been open-hearted, open homes to all of us, myself especially. You know, you've been like a second set of parents. And I can't thank you enough for all the hospitality and everything that you guys have given to us, and for how amazingly you raised these two. Like, you guys did a fantastic job. And honestly, we're all just so honored and proud, and not me personally, like I can't believe like this is actually happening, because it's only been, 35 years in the making. But the most important thing is that we're all here to share this most important moment of your life, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds and be there beside you guys the entire way, because I know that our friendship and the friendship that you share with everybody and your impact on everyone is going to be lifelong, just as long as your marriage is. So, with that being said, I guess just raise a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Pauley.
Courtney and McKenzie, it's about time. This relationship has been years in the making, and here you are surrounded by all the people you love. And you have just joined together as husband and wife. It's inspiring that you have been through so much together and come out the other side hand in hand. Courtney, you are not only my sister, but you are my friend, role model, a good influence, a bad influence, but overall one of my favorite human beings on earth. As my friend, you took the time to play video games with me and listen to my crazy ramblings. You've been a role model to me in the way that you value family and spending quality time with those you love. There have been many times when you've given me advice with my best interests in mind. But you have also cheered me on as I climbed out of a hotel window and hung off the ledge. Sorry, Mom and Dad. But hey, that's what a great sister does. She guides you, supports you, even on ledges. She loves you, protects you, and provides a lifetime of fun. Courtney, I'm incredibly glad to call you my sister, and you make a beautiful bride. McKenzie, growing up, I was always surrounded by girls. My life consisted of Barbie dolls, makeup, and being forced into child marriage with the neighbor. That's a story for another day. Then one glorious day, Courtney brought home a boy. And a few months later, she brought home McKenzie. From that point on, McKenzie, I saw you as the brother I never had. We bonded over video games, superheroes, manga, and whatever was the newest geeky thing that came out that week. McKenzie, I want to officially say, welcome to the family. Today, you have become my brother-in-law, but you have always been a brother to me, and I never needed an official document to sign that. I wanted to say to you, Courtney, and you, McKenzie, that you both have the most caring hearts. Courtney, you always go out of your way to make those who you care about feel special and loved. McKenzie, you show people you care about them, all the while verbally stating that you don't. It makes no sense, man. But that genuine care and compassion, that genuine care and compassion for one another is what makes your bond so strong. The real treat of a relationship is the quality time spent together, the laughs that no one else hears, the warmth you feel in your chest when you are near your person, and the commitments that you make to one another. May you both always hold that warmth in your hearts as you adventure through life together. I love you both.
May you commemorate the happiest day of someone's life. It's extra difficult when writing about two people who are so important to you. Some start with a joke, others go the mushy route. I'm going to do a little bit of both. Courtney, I've known you for a long time. Some might say 17 years, others might say a lifetime. In that time, you have shown me the great parts of life and helped me through the bad. You've picked me up when I've been down, pushed me even when I didn't want to be pushed, and watched cheesy Japanese shows and rom-coms with me. What can I say? We are connected, whether it be as two Hufflepuff Harry Potter geeks or water childs who love the sea. Some say we even look like twins, and might I say, you look fabulous tonight. We have made many memories together that include sliding down the stairs on a blanket, spa nights, sibling nights, dancing in the rain, Team Cash, exploring the woods, story games, and me absolutely dominating you at Uno. Except last time, that was a fluke. You are kind-hearted, compassionate, adventurous, intelligent, and incredibly funny. You have a smile so bright that it just makes everyone around you want to smile too. I love the way your face lights up when you see McKenzie, or even when people mention his name. McKenzie, I am filled with so much joy because I get to have you as a brother. I remember the first time I met McKenzie. I was 6 years old, and like any 6-year-old girl, I had a floor full of Barbies and Bratz dolls. Well, I, of course, was on the floor surrounded by said dolls when Courtney brings McKenzie in. One of the first things he said to me was, "I like your dolls," and I knew right then he was the one. And to this day, I still believe that to be true. Courtney, you picked a good one. I couldn't have picked anyone better myself. McKenzie, you are smart, sarcastic, strong-willed, and just all around a catch. You are truly a ninja. You always have a historical fact or have even been willing to put those facts to use and help me with my homework. You have played with me both video games and dolls. You are always game for whatever, be it a good movie or some anime talk. You also never fail to make me laugh, which is a trait you both have in common. You guys complement each other so well. When I think of one of you, I always think of the other. The two of you have overcome all of life's obstacles, and that is not easy. Those obstacles have only made you grow more as a couple. You have both been there for each other for many years, and I know the inseparable bond will never fade. I can't wait to see how this chapter of your lives progresses with the two of you joined together in it. It's going to be a wild ride filled with love, laughter, and many infinite moments. I love you both so much.
Finally actually got married. I did the damn thing, pandemic be damned. What can I say about you guys? Is it a tale as old as time? Yeah, probably have to go with a no on that one. Not to say that you didn't have a pretty good go with it. Your relationship has many of the elements. A good-looking couple, with becoming high school sweethearts, overcoming the burden of a long-distance relationship, an engagement as soon as you're both out of college, or just about. No one expects babies. You are doing the damn thing. But this is real life, not a storybook. And I've been subscribed to immediate updates, often in real time, for the entire duration of the entire relationship. One could say I've been a bit of a fly on the wall observing a relationship. Others might say I've been more of an annoying perpetual third wheel. Whatever. What I'm getting at is that you've been through a lot of have life together. And life isn't easy. There's money problems, family issues, misunderstandings, hurt feelings, cars break down, people break down. But you guys have stuck it out and continue to pursue each other because of all the laughter, comfort, support, the impromptu living room dance parties, spontaneous adventuring, late night park parts, and Google Fest. Because you didn't want us to come from a broken home. Because you are each other's person, and that's pretty easy. Courtney, you've been the best sister a girl could really ask for. I mean, you're my best friend. No one really knows what it's like to have a relationship like ours. Even a shoulder to lean on and cling to. As I stumbled to walk as a baby, just as you have been now after some crazy nights out in town. Man, you really didn't get together. We played on the same sports teams, acted on the stage together, had donated biking contests, became Italian ice vampires, geeked out on Harry Potter, road trip together, fought with each other, including some slap fights, partied in the woods together, circle, got the talk together, went to college together, got a dog together, and had multiple jobs together, and lived together. Heck, I've lived with you and McKenzie. Seems like we're damn near inseparable. And the crazy thing is that I'm not completely sick of you. You know, mostly. You're just one of the best people I know, so of course I want to spend so much time with you. And as much time with you as I can. And of course McKenzie wants to spend the rest of his life with you because life with you is pretty great. You're so fun, loving, caring, goofy, and just all around wonderful. You deserve the best of everything. But for me too, well, you wish you won. Guess I need some more of that. Court, I know I don't say it enough, but I love you. And I'm so happy you found your person. McKenzie. As much as you love to joke and pretend that we can barely stand beside each other, I know you know that I love you. And not just because you are now officially family, and therefore I'm pretty much obligated to do so. You are one of my absolute very best friends. We don't have one of those awkward or forced relationships where we only hang out if Courtney makes us. We were friends well before you guys even started dating. I've known you for over half my life, over 15 years, if you can believe it. I mean, you knew 3 braces there, but yikes. Now, take all this awkward phase of life we've known each other for, and all the ammunition it has on me. I'll have you know, McKenzie, I did enlarge attribute most of the wrinkles and any hair loss on my back to you. As much as I love our friendship and what it is, you also made me want to pull my hair out, and I also know that the feeling is unusual, but that's okay. That's part of the way we work. I do want to say thank you for always being there for me. Thanks for all the laughs and pictures, obscure movie references, political rants, ridiculous debates, music introductions, relocated mornings, meals had, drink shared, and thoughts heard. You are the smartest, funniest, kindest, and most sincere people I know. And now that I've had you in my life for so long, I can't imagine my life without you. So I'm so glad Courtney decided to be here now and make me perfect. Basically, I just love you both, and I couldn't be happier that 2 of my favorite people found love for each other. I think you guys complement each other well. And yes, the love story might not be straight from a fairy tale, but you still get the happy ever